Write a feel-good modern country song about a company called orangebrickroad.com.au. They help everyday Australians navigate the world of crypto, making it simple, safe, and smart.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Orange Brick Road podcast. Today, we're going to be talking with Jeff from UpTrade. They're a brokering service based in Australia. We've been working with them for a long time now, and we've put millions of our clients' money through their brokering service. Today we're going to talk about what a brokering service is as opposed to an exchange or a DEX. We're going to keep this to half an hour because I know everyone has TikTok brain and just wants the information as quick as possible. We're going to be covering why we use a broker, or why you would use a broker, who it's for, what the type of person a brokerage is for, what they do, also their alpha platform that they have, and just go into a little bit about crypto as well and where it's going. Now, normally with these interviews, we start off with just a little bit of a brief on who the guest is, where they came from, how they got into crypto, and then we'll fly straight into it. Now, before I do that, I'll also enable screen share as well. Yes, which I've done. Excellent. Okay, so welcome, Jeff, mate. Good to see you again, bro.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks for having me on. Good to see you. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Jeff Zylstra. I'm the CEO and founder of UpTrade. We're a specialized cryptocurrency brokerage service based out of Melbourne, and we specialize in taking all the stress and hassle out of crypto and allowing people a safe and secure way to invest and store assets. A little bit about me. I got into crypto for the first time, bought my first Bitcoin around 11 years ago. It was extremely difficult to buy crypto back then. You had to meet people in cafes, it was cash deals. It was all very shonky. So it felt very shonky, let's put it that way. And, after getting together with a few other early enthusiasts, because we had a lot of friends and family that were looking to buy and get exposure to Bitcoin and things like that, and to help people get into the market. Since then, I was first broker. I left as their brokerage director in 2021, and I took a little bit of a break. Crypto is 24/7. It can be pretty intensive. So I was away from the industry for a couple of years, and I came back, started 2023, and started UpTrade. So it's a very boutique service. We don't work with a huge amount of clients, but we focus on service. We understand that exchanges are great. They're a self-service option where you can just click through, and if you know what you're doing and you're looking at charts and you know how to deal with wallets and custody, then sure, it's a choose your own adventure type situation. We find a lot of people that's not typically their first experience. It can be quite daunting, with all the issues around crypto, the security, the hacks, the data leaks, all that sort of stuff. So we decided, why don't we help people, assign them a personalized broker. Our job's to plug into every single market in the world and find them the best price, secure the assets. So we offer several hundred assets on our platform, and we really pride ourselves on helping people grow their wealth safely and security in the space. So.
Yeah, fantastic, man. So it's kind of so you guys deal with sophisticated investors or newbies, or you're right across the board?
Yeah, well, the minimum transaction size to get started is 10K, so it does tend to sort of attract clients with larger transactions, people who are a little bit worried about sending a large amount to an unknown entity overseas, things like that. But yeah, it is a mixed bag. It's anywhere from your crypto OGs, people who've been in the space for a very long time, who just want some extra tools and support, all the way to your mom and pop investors who just see the writing on the wall and they just want to get invested into a brand new asset class, but not have to do the heavy lifting, not have to do all the techie stuff to figure it out, because there's risks that come with that. So it's a broad spectrum.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because you know, you mentioned at the start when you first got into it, it's the same. You know, like when I first got into it in 2016, it was the wild, wild west. You know what I
Mm.
mean? There was all different ways of doing it, and yeah, made a few mistakes along the way. You know, as you can imagine, like most people would. The industry has changed a lot, but there are still some pain points when it comes to investing in crypto. I want you to elaborate more on that about what you guys do because we've had, I mean, we put clients, basically what Orange Brick Road does, if you guys don't know, is people ring us up and go, okay, I've got 1,000, 10,000, a million, 100,000, whatever it may be. We will set them up on a portfolio, help them to buy, secure it, that sort of stuff, and then sort of ongoing advice, that sort of thing. Um, when it comes to the onboarding and offboarding with certain exchanges and experience with all the laws that are being implemented at the moment, we've found with certain exchanges, they freeze people's crypto, they're freezing their money, the banks are stopping them from sending it to them, all that sort of stuff. Like I said, just with Orange Brick Road, we've put millions through your brokering service without a single issue. So that was one of the main reasons that I like what you guys do. It's just you make my life easier and you make my customers' life easier. So go into what you guys do about the pain points of getting into crypto.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely understand where you're coming from, and yeah, so I guess end to end, how UpTrade sort of helps people is they get their consultations with OBR, and then what next, right? A lot of people will go to different exchanges and do all these different things, and it opens people up to significant risk if they've never done it before, right? And like you mentioned, there's a lot of issues with getting out the gates, just getting your money to where you need it to go.
Yep.
Unfortunately, a lot of the large institutions and banks in Australia, they have flagged all the major exchanges in Australia and limited customers' ability to actually send monies to these places. So, we have a really robust and discrete banking infrastructure, which allows clients to essentially transact with us freely. We've sent and received over $1 billion in the last 12 months. So we give the clients the ability to get funds to us, to register with us. A lot of exchanges, you're sending your money, your not only your money but your personal information all around the world. We don't know what it's being used for. In the digital age of AI, this is a huge danger. Your personal information is real risk. We're a registered, licensed Australian company. So we keep everything encrypted. We only use the information just for verification purposes, just to make sure that you are a human being and that you are the person that you say you are, because that's really important for us to make sure that other people aren't being scammed through unknown ways. But at the end of the day, we handhold the client. Our approach is people first. You're not just a number to us. We pick up the phone, we get to know the customer, understand their needs. Make sure they're comfortable. Make sure crypto is something that that suits them. And then once we sort of figure that out, we're all happy to work with each other. We'll get them signed up. We'll handhold them through the whole process. We'll explain and demystify all the stuff they want in crypto. We generate wallets for them. We're a custodian, so we hold all the assets securely and safely and insured. So it's pretty much investing in crypto, but on easy mode. You don't need to worry about the stress and the wallets and the bank freezes and all the different problems that can come with it. If there's ever a problem, you just pick up the phone, you have a direct contact at UpTrade, you speak to a personal broker, and their job is to work for you. Their job is to be in your corner and help you. And we've had thousands of successful crypto investors over many years come and work with us, and many of them will never go back to exchanges because of the service offering that we provide. And it's as little as much as you want it to be. I know that many of your clients, they come in, they buy Bitcoin, they withdraw their Bitcoin, and then they're happy just to get a hey, how's it going every few months. We have clients that want strategies and want tokens that are trending and all this sort of stuff. So in-depth research and market analysis, portfolio reviews, all this sort of stuff. So like I said, it's a very personalized service, and it's as little as much as you want it to be.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. And then that's the key is if you've got a problem, you can get you on the phone. You know what I mean? If you've got some issues, it can be resolved pretty much straight away. as opposed to trying to do that through crypto.com or any other exchange. You basically get a bot, or if that, because investing in crypto can be an emotional time. Especially for the first time, or especially when you're doing volumes of money, you want to be able to have that center point of contact, and that's why we specialize in what we do. Like it's a hand holding process, because especially when people first come in, like all of a sudden the market's down by 28% in one day, people are freaking out and throwing themselves out of buildings. We've got to calm them down. Hey, welcome to crypto, man. Cool. All right, I've enabled screen share. So you just want to go through your platform just quickly, just to give people a brief idea of what it's about and the alpha. And then we'll start talking about some crypto, and we'll get some inside moon shots from you, mate. All right.
No worries. And just quickly to your point as well, for those who don't know, and to the uninitiated, it's extremely hard to get a human on the phone in crypto.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, you'll open up a support ticket. My funds have been frozen. My account's been frozen. I've been waiting to get verified for weeks. We can process it in an hour. There's just no human support, right? So we're trying to bring the humanality back into it, so to speak. So
yeah, 100%. My golden rule is everyone we work with 16 different companies at Orange Brick Road. And my golden rule is, if I call you and you don't answer, or you don't call me back, I don't work with you. It's as simple as that. You're either too busy or incompetent.
Yeah, correct. So here's our website. Here, guys, I'm screen sharing now. Obviously, you can book a free consultation. I'll also have .com.au as well for those who forget the .au. But yeah, we're your expert crypto broker. We take the complexity out of crypto. You can book a free consultation. We have excellent reviews everywhere. So yeah, we trade 24/7. We're a global company. We've sent and received over $1 billion in the last 12 months. Here's an old video of me here. But yeah, you get access to real crypto market experts. All of our staff at UpTrade have been trading and investing in crypto for at least 5 to 7 years. Myself, as mentioned, around 11. So 24/7 support, stay ahead of the markets. So and keep everything secure, right? Because this is your hard-earned capital. This is your hard-earned cash. If you're going to invest it, you want to see it grow and not disappear. Super simple how it works. Create an account, book a 15-minute consultation, start investing and grow your portfolio. So we really simplify it down. So what I'll do is I'll put us over to the platform. So when you go up to the top here and you click login, here's our actual platform here. So you can see most popular. Obviously, gold's been doing really well. Top gainers and losers, all the tough stuff you're going to want to see when you hit a landing page. You can deposit funds. For me, I'm not sure if I'm verified on this actually. This is an admin portal, but yeah, you can see we have hundreds and hundreds of assets here that you can trade. You can choose your account. It can be individual, company, trust, SMSF, whatever investment vehicle you require. That's depositing crypto.
Do you help people with trusts or setting up super funds and that sort of thing?
Yeah, we can direct people. We do have partners that can help with the setup. But once you're already set up, all you got to do is send your documents and away you go. We handle all the heavy work and lifting and stuff like that. No need for complex onboarding that takes weeks. So, yes, we can go over to holdings. I'm not sure if I have anything in here at the moment. So yeah, you can see a bit of historical view here, recent trades and such. It's all pretty intuitive as a platform. If we want to go ahead and trade, pretty straightforward. I want to buy Bitcoin and I want to use AUD, for example, Australian dollars. Put in the amount that you'd like to purchase. Obviously, I don't have funds in the account at the moment, so I can't execute the order. But yeah, it's all pretty intuitive. We'll just charge a small brokerage fee there for the service. You can add in multi-asset trades as well. So you can go, buy Bitcoin with Aussie dollars. I can buy, Chainlink with what's it called, with XRP, for example, here. And we can do direct atomic swaps on our platform, which is incredible, right? So the usual, for people who don't know why that's important, usually it's like a stock market. You have to sell BHP, get your dollars, and then buy the asset, therefore charging a double fee. For us, we can do direct atomic swaps. But most people from OBR are just buying Bitcoin, which has been the best performing asset for the last few years in crypto. So congratulations. You guys have done an excellent job there. So yeah, it's really intuitive. Like I said, it's portfolio, trade, deposit, withdraw. We handle all the transaction records as well that can be exported in any format, sent directly to your accountant. So it's all very, very easy. If there are ever any issues as well, we do have a chat support bot here as well. I know we don't like chat support bots, but it's actually not a bot. It actually is a direct line to our operations team, whoever's on trades that day. If people are having issues with the portal, they're always there 24/7, 365. So that's the trading platform itself. We do have another product called UpTrade Alpha. So this is for people who want more research. They want to be in touch with the markets. They really want, because there's so much noise in the space. People are looking at Twitter, looking at YouTube. Where do I get information that's actually unbiased and it's data driven? And that's UpTrade Alpha here. So you'll be able to see here. Um, we have expert research, so you can get institutional grade reports and insights from us. There's community insights as well. We do have our high net worth clients, a little tier in there for them and anyone else. You actually do get access to this by having an account and an active account. You get direct access to our analysts. We have live strategy sessions. Yeah, it's the whole works. We have obviously quite a few nice reviews from people who said some nice things about it as well, and there's some videos here as well from some of our clients who have worked with us and really enjoy getting the insights on Alpha. I'll show you the Alpha platform though. So this is what it looks like logged in. We recently did something with ASX Trader there. He's a pretty famous Australian investor. Yeah, my guys Kane and Ben, they're a head of research at UpTrade. They both came from crypto hedge funds before, so really switched on guys.
Yep.
Continue just to knock out research and things like that here. So we go over to the research panel here. We can see, yeah, just all the recent content the guys have put out around XRP, around Pump Fund, which has done really well lately. Then yeah, we just break it down. You can see there's a lot of talks about Bitcoin and Solana and XRP and everything like that there. We do have a watch list, which is pretty awesome. So you're actually able to sort of see by staff members that work at UpTrade. But these are brokers and analysts and such. We've only just released our content schedule, but essentially, yeah, we have guest speakers on sort of every month from different projects, different panels. People from regulators to crypto influencers, to CTOs of projects, all sorts of cool stuff here. Yeah, and this is our sort of group chat here at the moment, so you can sort of see analysts talking about what's going on here. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff here. Even the daily news, we pull in together, aggregate all the news and demystify all the fluff from all the specks of gold, and we put it all in here, and it's all live and ready to go. So yeah, it's a pretty intuitive platform. We just launched an AI feature as well, so you can ask it about XRP, for example, and it will give you some information on AI generated insights on what the market's doing. Very soon we're going to have a link from this to clients' portfolios also. So you're going to, that's probably not good for the live stream, but anyway, yeah. Yeah, we'll have a lot more awesome features rolling out soon for it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's UpTrade the brokerage, buy, sell, swap, custody, education, security, hand-holding, one-on-one relationship, and then you have the Alpha Pro for the more kind of in-depth research and insights there. So yeah, that's the walkthrough.
Yeah, great, mate. Awesome. And all links will be in the description as well. And we're going to cut this up into little parts and carry on. All right, so let's get down to the business news, mate. What should I buy at the moment? Tell me, give me a moonshot.
Well, I can't tell you what to buy, but I can tell you what's been doing well. Obviously, Bitcoin's always a pretty sure bet. It's the best performing asset of all time, gaining on average 160 to 180% per annum year on year. It's the best performing ETF ever launched. So for those who don't know what an ETF is, it's essentially just a way that you can go on the stock market and buy Bitcoin, buy exposure to Bitcoin, not buy the physical Bitcoin. I'd say that Pump Fund's done really well recently. It's like a meme factory. You're buying access to the meme factory without needing to buy all the purple monkey dishwasher coins and all that sort of stuff. You get exposure to all the revenue from that protocol, which is really good. It just means you buy an index, right, instead of buying into it. Hyperliquid's done really well also recently. That was one of our other calls. I think on average
Yep.
last year, I think from our calls, some of our altcoin calls, it was something like 800% return on average. And obviously on the conservative side, like I said, most people are buying Bitcoin, anchoring their portfolios down with really, really good high quality assets.
Yeah.
Um, and
Well,
yeah,
that's what it boils down to is like, risk tolerance, how much time, what the time horizon is, what their personality is. If someone can barely use a computer, there's no point in having like 25 different coins, that
yeah,
sort of thing. And that's how we set people up with portfolios where, 40% of it will be, well, what I call stables, which is Bitcoin,
mm,
Ethereum, for
mm,
example, and then 20 or 30% mid caps. I'm very bullish on Chainlink, for example,
yeah, yeah, right,
SUI, that sort of stuff,
yeah, up and coming
Hyper,
protocol.
yeah, and then
Mhm,
10, 15% into moonshots. You know what I mean?
mm.
If they 100 or 10x, great. If they go to zero, so what? You know what I mean? And that's how you would have sort of my idea of an ideal portfolio. But once again, it's sort of structured to the personality of the person, you know?
Yes, exactly
Yeah.
right. And like you said, if someone has a hard time using a computer, they're used to investing in real estate in the past. Some of the higher risk stuff probably just doesn't make sense to
No,
them. You
no, they
know, and
freak out. They freak out.
yeah, they just want a simple, easy experience. Get them into crypto and get them winning. Get them profitable, and then you can sort of discuss all that other stuff later on down the track. And like I said, sometimes we have people who they specialize in moonshots, and they just like that's all I want to talk about.
Yep.
And they understand the risks, but that's a bit more of a sophisticated
Or
or
short,
experienced
yeah,
investor, right?
shorter
Yeah.
term too. Like they're
Yeah.
not into these little moonshots for 3 to 5 year period.
No,
You know,
no, no. Like
they
like we
flip them.
mentioned, there's a pretty decent expiry date on a lot of things,
Mm,
unless you're buying majors, and it's just about being able to do it. And the thing is, what a lot of people don't understand is, if a lot of people come to us with vast investing experience in other markets, in stocks or in gold or in real estate, and they're only used to a couple percent swing per day. They
mm.
see it go up 1%, they go, oh, I'm doing really well.
Yep.
But when you see crypto move up 20% in a day and then down 40% the same day and then back up 100% the next day, it can make people's guts flip inside out. So
Well,
obviously it can become a very scary process. So it's always good to have a professional, right? If you're ever going to invest any amount of money, anything, right? Any substantial amount of money, if it's not actually a bet, it's not a punt, and you actually want to grow wealth, you're going to sit down with a professional, right? You're going to sit down with your accountant. You're going to sit down, if you're going to set up an SMSF, you're going to sit down with an SMSF specialist. If you have a nice car, right? A Ferrari, you're not going to take it
yeah.
to Toyota or do it yourself. You're going to take it to the professionals. If you have legal problems, you're going to get a lawyer.
But and help clients like we do with structure and that sort of stuff. But like everyone in a bull market's a genius. You can just throw a dart at the top 100, you sort of make money. The main thing, especially with market cycles, is when you take profit. Which is what most people when they get into crypto just have no concept on. It's where
Yeah,
you're going to level out that sort of stuff. So that's where we provide the advice on your portfolio, that sort of thing. Which
yeah,
it really is something that needs to be considered when someone buys something. Like you're not buying
yeah.
this coin to have for the rest of your life, and you're not dying because I
Mm.
know that a lot of people in crypto say, "Oh, I'm in it for the tech." I like Cardano because of the tech.
Bit of a meme,
Well,
isn't it now? Yeah,
yeah, that's right. It's all about the tech. No, it's not. It's about number goes up.
yeah.
And
You're
where to
right.
take profits.
You're 100% correct. And this is a big problem in the space. We have dealt with a lot of people who've come to us and just said, look, I've been investing in crypto for 5 years.
Mm.
I could have retired 10 times over
Mm.
across multiple occasions over the last few years, but I
Yeah,
just didn't have anyone to sanity check me, right? And the thing is if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail,
yeah,
right? If it's an investment, a home, you buy a home, you live in it. Doesn't need much of a strategy, right? If you're buying investments and things like that, and what's you got to think with the end in mind,
yeah.
you know. saying that, okay, my goal is to pay my house off, right? I want it paid off within this period of time, and this is how much money I'd like to see. That's a good start, because then you've got a rational anchor for when, the market goes up and euphoria sets in and your portfolio is going up 30, 40, 50% a day. You've got some reason to actually press that button and go, no, I need to make this real and change my life.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing, and a lot of people don't come in with a clear intent, and that's what we kind of try to help people with. We don't give advice around that, but we help them rationally understand the thought process behind the investment, why they're
Yep.
here, what are their goals, what are they trying to achieve, so we can use that as a North Star later, because there's nothing worse than speaking to someone who's invested 100 grand and their portfolio is at 2 mil now, or I've seen way bigger multipliers than that,
Yep.
like 10 grand to 15 million, and then try to have these rational conversations when they're drunk on the bull market, right? They're drunk off the euphoria and the hype, and it's going to last forever. But like you said, it's not about holding on to it for the tech and holding onto it forever. It's about you, it's about your family, it's about your journey, it's about your story, and about what you want to get out of this. Like, crypto is a great mechanism for making wealth. That's also a great mechanism for losing it all if you don't hop off the Ferris wheel at the right time.
Yeah, and that's a big thing is that I found in crypto over the many years that I've been doing this, and the hundreds of clients that we've dealt with and worked with, is that you get a lot of people that in crypto you can make a lot of money or you can lose a lot, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of middle ground, and the lose a lot is just doing stupid things, getting too emotionally involved and stuff. Also, your security, making sure your security is up to where the standard it should be, according to not only the size of your portfolio, but security in itself. And then not selling at the right times. There's so much that can be done if it's done correctly. It's life-changing stuff.
Yes.
In both directions. You can lose everything, which will change your life and the way that you look at investing for the rest of your life, or you can do extremely well.
Exactly.
And that's where you need assistance.
You're 100% correct. Like, think of it this way. You've got a whole team out there. You're a professional. You've been in the space. You understand the space at a deep and intimate level. You've shot yourself in the foot. So have I in the past. And you get to learn off the back of that, right? So think about this, right? One novice crypto investor who thinks he has watched a few YouTube videos, thinks he gets it, he's going to invest a huge chunk of his savings and retirement funds by himself, going through all the traps, and he's going to learn by losing money, right? Which is not the right way to do it, versus working with OBR. And they can help me with my goals. And then as a byproduct of that, I'm going to go work with a professional execution service who's going to keep me safe and secure. I know where I'm going to put my money down. Like, if I had to bet on who is going to have the better outcome, I would bet on the team of professionals over the individual who tries to do it himself and learns from mistakes.
Yep, 100% agree with that, mate. 100%. All right, like I said, all the links will be in the description, and we're going to start doing some live streams together as well on a regular basis, and sort of up our game a bit more. All right, mate, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, absolute pleasure, bro. It was good meeting you all the other week too. That was I mean, we work together a lot, but it's online or over the phone or whatever. To get in person, it's a bit of a different experience. You're good guys, good blokes, and very good at what you do, which is more important.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, and we'll let you know next time we're down in Perth. Love to catch up again.
All right, brother, man. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Write a feel-good modern country song about a company called orangebrickroad.com.au. They help everyday Australians navigate the world of crypto, making it simple, safe, and smart.